Amazon FBA is actually a lot easier than you ever thought. Literally, the success rate you have of just literally doing a bad way of doing Amazon FBA is still 30%. Seriously, imagine doing something the wrong way and still having a 30% chance. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure the success rate on Shopify is like 1%. Okay, I guess the success rate of Shopify is actually 5 to 10%. I was wrong. We're still a lot higher though, not gonna lie. So today I'm kind of gonna show you some metrics from Jungle Scout on kind of the success rate of Amazon FBA. I teach it at a way more efficient level than most of these sellers are doing. A lot of these sellers are just putting products on Amazon and not even exactly knowing the full market they're going into and the data. So I will only hopefully give you guys a higher shot of succeeding on Amazon than a lot of these people are doing. So what's crazy is if we take these four numbers, around 12% of people are making above 25K. So that's pretty good. I mean, hopefully their margins are solid. Even above $10,000, you're looking at close to 20% on average. I do sometimes 15K a month right now just with the product, and we're transitioning to a brand. So I'm really excited because the best sellers in my market do 40 to 50K in revenue. And I think with our upgrade in our product and our brand, we can do close to that. But in profit on my end, if I do 15K, I'm usually doing around 3 to 3.5K in profit, which is pretty good. I mean, that's a full-time income in a lot of states. Based on 30% of people being above 5K, you can still expect Amazon FBA to be a side gig even with your success rate in your hands. 5K a month, if you spend maybe $500 on ads, can make $1,000 a month. I mean, that can pay for your rent in a lot of states. So even with doing this the wrong way, you still have a good shot of succeeding on Amazon. It's kind of cool. I'm in the top, I guess, 15%, I would think, because I'm doing a bit over 10K a month in revenue. I'm trying to get to really around here, though. I truly believe what I teach, though, has a way higher success rate and will do you wonders on Amazon. A lot of these sellers, too, that are even making this much revenue are just doing commodities and not really making themselves different from other people. What I teach is how to be different in a market, which is by branding and by having a cool outlier to you and everybody else. I teach that whole way. I'm super excited to teach you guys more on that. I think your success on Amazon really comes down to how hard you're willing to work to understand the knowledge you need to succeed and your relentlessness to learning. A lot of us get stuck on learning certain things and thinking we know it and not having a crave to keep learning more. I used to know a lot about Amazon 3 years ago, and I was very stubborn. I wasn't willing to learn more, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the variables of the higher up knowledge of how to actually succeed. I want to give a shout out to my mentor, Paul Savage, who really leveled me up too on this. I've come up with so many great ideas to differentiate myself in markets, but what it really came down to was if I launched these products and these commodities, you'd say, a lot of the time what would happen is I would just end up getting price cut, or my margins would just get cut down to 10% or 5% or even lower. I had a friend who told me their friend was selling on Amazon and he was complaining about his margins. And a thing he told me was, he's like, yeah, I just did this with my product. I differentiated like this. And I'm like, did you not start a brand? Did you not have any custom packaging? Like, how is the customer supposed to know yours is different than anybody else? Because in the end, you're just selling a commodity. Like, if you're not making yours different and you're not having a certified cool package, your own brand story, and something that makes your story different than everybody else, why is yours actually different? So really come to think about that. Here's an interesting point right here. This is profit margins for sellers on Amazon. I'm actually right around in between these two. Now, I haven't transitioned my brand to have the cool packaging, my brand story and everything. which will let me increase my price $5 to $10 higher. Even in my most and best selling months, December and January, I can increase it so much more. So I can see my profit margins going to probably between these two. I would think probably instead of after advertising 20%, I think I can get to 27 to 28% after ads too, which is really impressive because ads do take up 10 to 20% of your actual profits. But this is insane. I would imagine this number right here, the 51% or higher, most of those are actually like legit brands, like buying in bulk, have their own brand story. I would love to know kind of just the majority of listings in this area and just see the commonality between the two. Because I can imagine these sellers right here are just saying, I'm going to do a bundle, I'm going to sell for a lower price than everybody else. And that's why majority of these are under 20%. So kind of interesting. I mean, you have it almost looks like you have a 40% chance of having a over 21% margin, profit margin, which is pretty good. And that's without even doing probably the right way too. A lot of these people just put products up. So a lot of these metrics, like I wish there was just a metric for people that had like did the exact strategy that is right of like having a brand and a brand story, cool packaging, cool story. You get it. I would love to see like the metrics on that because that probably wouldn't even be like they probably can't even share that honestly because if they shared it, then everybody would do it. Makes sense. So it looks like the majority spent between $1,000 to $5,000 on Amazon to start. That actually seems like a pretty good estimate. I usually would say put around 5,000 and maybe an extra 1,000 for photography. I like between the $19 to $45 product, give or take. I actually sell a $70 one, but this was from 4 years ago. But my knowledge has definitely upgraded since then, and I have found that definitely that price range is good because you can get it for way cheaper. You can still test and see how it does. Way less expense compared to selling a $70 product or 60, where your cost per unit is $17 and you have to purchase 300 to test. I mean, you're looking at close to 10 grand. Let's be honest. After all expenses and everything. So really, it's almost a 50% chance, and 50% of sellers, I would say, are spending 5K or less to start their business. A lot of businesses cost way more to start out there, so definitely really cool. I would even actually say 60% spent under 5K to start their Amazon business. So that's really cool. Like 65%. That's wild. 2% don't even know. Well, you just got to count. Look at this. I would say close to 70% of people spend under 20 hours on this. I'm probably right around here, maybe sometimes here. It depends on the week, honestly, and how much is going on with inventory and like planning inventory. Right now, I've been spending more like this, but when I have everything set up, it would be more like the 4 Hour Work Week in that book. Comment down below if you've read that book. I don't know why you're spending 60 hours a week on this. Like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't make sense why you'd work 60 hours a week on this. Oh, 13% of Amazon are not yet profitable yet. I wonder why. Nearly half of the Amazon sellers launched their business on Amazon within 3 months. I feel like it takes 4 to 6 months to launch like a legit brand and get all that design work. It takes a lot to get your package down. Like there's so many little things you need to do to make everything stand out with logo, a character, a brand story. How the heck are you going to find a US manufacturer? There's all these things. I will create our next video too on how to find a US manufacturer. I think that's very crucial for somebody trying to do a made in the USA brand. Super crucial. But I would say your timeline is probably between 3 to 6 months. I think for these people, you buy a Chinese product and it takes them 3 weeks to make, and then you got another 5 weeks to ship overseas. So that's probably 2 months. They probably were spending the first month finding their product and got maybe tired of it and then bought. Anyways, if you like these metrics, let me know. Comment down below. I'm still a brand new YouTuber, but I thought I'd show you kind of your success rate on Amazon, what it's going to take, how much it's going to cost, the margins you'll probably have. If you liked today's video, like and subscribe. I'm just going to be posting as much as I can for you guys and giving you the most transparent outlook of what it is like to sell on Amazon FBA and kind of the new way that I am transitioning to in my journey. So, like I said, if you liked today's video, leave a like. Have a great day. Bye-bye.